have this opportunity to go back in time and share some of our best memories over the past 6 years at Rachel Kirsten with all of you. Many of us can remember as our parents proudly took us to kindergarten orientation, as where we planted our very own sunflowers and anxiously waited for them to grow, knowing that soon we would go off to Rachel Kirsten. It was in kindergarten that we learned so many things, like how to read and write, how to add and subtract, how to make new friends, and how to become more independent. There were so many fun special events, like our first field day, our first field trip to the National Zoo, our 100th day of school parties, making gingerbread houses, and our kindergarten picnic. Through these special events and our day-to-day learning with our fabulous teachers, we learned how to become good students, great friends, and even better citizens of the Rachel Kirsten community. As we moved on to first grade, we knew that we had serious work ahead of us. All of a sudden, we went from having fun and games all of the time to having 2.5-hour reading blocks that we thought we would never survive. We did though, and our first grade plays and Mother's Day teas made these reading blocks so much fun. We loved creating our own class stores and visiting all of the others. Who could forget Mrs. Henry's movie theater or Mrs. Ofterhide's Mexican restaurant? I'm sure most of my classmates will agree with me, though, that the highlight of first grade was the luau. When we came back to school as second graders, we felt confident and familiar with what was ahead. We looked forward to seeing our old friends and making new ones. Second grade brought on all sorts of new challenges, but even more exciting events like our field trips to Mount Vernon and Strathmore Hall. We loved our science unit in particular this year because we learned all about the life cycle of a butterfly and actually got to watch our own caterpillars turn into beautiful butterflies that we then released. One of the most memorable parts of second grade for us all was our wax museums. We loved researching, dressing up, and impersonating different characters throughout time. Third grade brought on all sorts of different experiences. Of all these memories, I think we would all agree that Strive for 25 ranks up there. Years from now, when any of us hear the word strive, we will think of our book talks. Friendships throughout third grade continued to grow, and we all really enjoyed the time we had together during lunch, recess, and PE. I think the most exciting moment in third grade, however, was towards the end of the year when we got to apply to be safety patrols. Many of us have been waiting for this day since kindergarten, and we're finally ready to take that next step. It is hard to pinpoint exactly which the best part of fourth grade was, since it seemed as though we hardly even went to school between blizzard number 1 and blizzard number 2. Somehow we made it through the winter, celebrated our Valentine's Day parties 2 weeks late, and had a great time learning about Native American tribes and writing our own books. We loved going to St. Mary's City and learning about how life was in the New World. As fourth graders, many of us took on new responsibilities like becoming safety patrols and being a part of the Student Government Association. We realized the importance of leadership, taking action, and always setting a good example for the younger students. Fourth grade prepared us perfectly for what lay ahead. As fifth graders, we have been given many exclusive privileges, such as our grade-wide Valentine's Day party, complete with the chocolate fountain, and our class tug-of-war during field day. We have also enjoyed other new events like programs with our kindergarten buddies, chorus, family life, the Philadelphia Convention, an amazing trip to Philadelphia, a tour of the Capitol, and a visit to the Air and Space Museum. In our time at Rachel Carson, we have enjoyed 6 wonderful years of field days, Halloween parties, Valentine's Day parties, birthday celebrations, field trips, spelling bees, carnivals, bingo nights, book fairs, science fairs, variety shows, but most importantly, spending each and every day in a school that has provided us with an endless amount of knowledge, support, understanding, comfort, and care. This brings us to where we are now. It is hard to imagine what the end of this summer will be like without the countless phone calls to each other about class placements and the excitement of Meet the Teacher Day. We are ready to start a new chapter in our lives like we did so many years ago when we walked into Rachel Carson with our sunflowers for the first time. I would like to thank Mr. Chubb, Mrs. Shen, Mrs. Subert, and all of the teachers and staff at Rachel Carson for shaping our elementary school experience and making it as happy and successful as it has been. I would like to especially thank the 5th grade teachers, Mrs. Blanc, Mrs. Hadaway, Miss Lestrito, Miss Shrillo, and Miss White for making our last year at Rachel Carson unforgettable. To my classmates, I wish you all the luck in the world in middle school, and I look forward to seeing most of you there and continuing to work together and support each other in the years to come. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the parents, families, and friends who are here with us, not just today, but every step of the way in our lives, cheering us on, and always giving us unconditional love and support. We love you all very much. Thank you.